All right, so we have a litter of pups here. I'm gonna do a little tail banding video, maybe get a little bit more information in this than most. What you wanna do, you wanna go to your Tractor Supply, your farm store, get your castrating tool. You know, they sell these relatively cheap, you know, a couple bucks, you get yourself one of these. Then go onto Amazon and get yourself some orthodontic rubber bands. These are for braces. Just some real small rubber bands. And then I double them up. I put 2 on the end of this. And then the tail is kind of broken up. I break it into like 3 parts, so in thirds. And when I band, this is the tail here, I try to take 1/3 off the original length. So, you know, if you break it right there, it would be the third, another third, and then finish out. So I like to take about 1/3 off the end, or the last quarter, or whatever you want to call it. Pretty self-explanatory. I'll kind of try to take a video one here so you can see what it looks like. All right, and there you have it. I got all the pups' tails banded, as you can see. Now you have to watch. Some tails are longer than others. So you may see 1 or 2 here where the part I'm taking off looks a little bit shorter than maybe some other ones, like that one there. That one looks like I'm taking off a little bit longer, but I base it off of, you know, the very back of the tail here forward. I try to keep them all the same and take off that third or that last quarter of the tail. And some dogs' tails are naturally longer than others. Some are a little bit shorter than others. So you just got to use your eye, kind of like I said, use your eye, section the tail out into three specific sections, and then take that last section off, and you'll have what I consider the proper tail dock length for an American style Corso. That last, you know, 1/3 or last quarter of the tail, you know, has fallen off of most of the pups, and I'm just kind of showing you what it looks like here. You know, that last third of the tail has all come off. You can see here's one that's just basically almost dried up and off. Not quite, but very close. So that's what it looks like. You know, it's banding the tail is much more humane than, you know, taking the pups to the vet and getting them to surgically cut the tail and sew it. Or, you know, I know some people that just cut the tail off and just let it, you know, heal on its own. And, you know, I don't like it. It doesn't look right when you just cut the tail or get the tail cut and sewed. The hair doesn't grow right towards the tip of the tail and all that good stuff. So there you kind of have it. It's a short video. Hopefully it helps people, you know, get an idea of where to crop the tails on the Corsos that I believe is the correct length, and, you know, hopefully those orthodontic bands and the banding tool, you know, hopefully that helps people kind of get an understanding of what they need to do it on their own and not have to pay a exorbitant amount to go to the vet to get that procedure done, when you can do it very easily and humanely at home. All right, hope that helps.